Thanks for joining me. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Let me show you what I got today. This is for my Facebook friends, and that's for the YouTube crew. This, you guys, I got this from Chilli Mark Burns, my brother in the UK. Now, this is Devil's Demise 3. This is Devil's Demise 2, which I have very, very little left. I savor this stuff. Let me tell you real quickly about this sauce first. This sauce, Devil's Demise 2, is 90% POP, percentage of pepper. 90% of this Devil's Demise 2 is Trinidad Scorpion. It's got tomatoes, 7%, red wine vinegar, 2%, garlic and ginger, 1%. A ferociously hot sauce. No joke. It's a chili head sauce. You know what I mean by that? You walk into any grocery store and go to the hot sauce section or the spicy section, and they're all going to say hot sauce, but I can go in there and drink 4 or 5 bottles of that and walk out fine. Good luck with that with this one. This is a real chili head sauce. This is hotter than can be. This is even different. Before I tell you about this, real quick, a couple of housekeeping things. Man, got a friend of ours, Bernie, lost his mom today. In the UK, Bernie Robinson. Please do me a favor, keep him in your prayers, man. He lost his mom this morning. Heartbreaking. So, and another kind of a housekeeping thing, not quite so sad. My sister, Ann, it's her birthday today. She's not watching this. She doesn't watch me. She watches me when we're in the same room together, but she doesn't watch my channel. So, but it's her birthday and I love her to death. So, happy birthday, Ann. But, let me tell you about Devil's Demise 3. Let me tell you what's in this. It has a similar 90% POP, but instead of using Trinidad Scorpions, this is Carolina Reapers. 90% of this bottle is Carolina Reapers, so about there is pure Carolina Reaper. In addition, it's got tomatoes, 7%, white wine vinegar, garlic is 2%, and the garlic and the ginger is 1%. So it's the same profile with the exception of the pepper change. So this is, I mean, if you look at it, see all the, you can't really tell. The camera doesn't do it justice. Boy, it will on YouTube, but not on my laptop. There's all kind, man, it just looks evil. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if you guys saw the video I did yesterday, but what I did yesterday was I'm getting ready to go on a trip to New York for the Hot Sauce Fest, the Expo. So, I started talking on a video yesterday about some of the weird, I don't know, if, when I walk into Walmart, I think there's somebody in some command center that says, cue the crazies, Johnny is just walking in. I feel like the same thing happens to me when I go to an airport. I have the strangest experiences in the airport. I feel like they know I'm coming. So what I'm going to do is this. I told them a kind of a harrowing airport experience yesterday. People kind of liked it and they want to hear more. I've got a dozen of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this sauce and tell you guys what I think of it. Let me get the wrapper off this top. And as the heat is building, I'm going to tell you a funny airport story. All right. Anyway, I appreciate you guys a lot. Mark Burns, you're the man. Thank you for saying this to me. And I'm doing it at this hour. If people in the U.S. are missing this probably because it's early. I'm doing it now because where Mark is and Bernie and all my friends in the UK, it's like 6 o'clock there. So this is for their benefit. All right? So here's what I'm going to do. Boy, you know what? Brutal. It just smells like a mouthful of hurt. Crazy aroma. I'm not smelling garlic or the ginger. I'm just getting like a belt in the face of pepper. For real. Unreal. Wow. Let me read this to you. This is kind of cool. This was on the label. With despair, Satan, begging for relief, was restrained as he was forced to part. You know, I think it's easier to read on this one. It is. Satan dragged dragged, kicking, and... No, this is different. Yeah, it is. Hang on a second. It's different than the first one. So, with despair, Satan begging for relief was restrained as he was forced to partake in this sauce. His cries could be heard even in the... I can't read that. Not quite sure. Satan was dead. I can't even read this, man. I'm so sorry. Bottom line is, this is the devil's demise. He was dragged back to the table and forced to drink this. So what we're going to do is we're going to review this sauce right now. It's awfully thick. Hang on a minute. There we go. Ho, ho, ho. Look, I'm not doing this. No, I'm kidding. But boy, you guys, this sauce is no joke. All right, so here it is. Here's the pour. It's awfully thick. You got a better chance of getting hit by a bathtub falling from outer space and seeing a flow restrictor on anything from Chilli Mark Burns. There you go, guys. Big tablespoon. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to eat this. Hopefully I'll have enough composure to tell you this airport story because it's a funny one. The aroma is just pure pepper. I mean, look, you know what? I'm a chili head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable guy. There are so many people on this thread right now watching that are so much smarter than I am with respect to the chilies and everything else. I don't know the difference between a mash and a sauce, but this is just like pure pepper. Not even joking you. Do you see the fumes coming off that? Or is that my imagination? Unbelievable. You guys smell it? Here, that's for YouTube. Here's for Facebook. You guys smell that? Put your smell-o-vision on. Unreal. I think this would probably... I'll say this after. I will tell you this. I use this sparingly. When I use a lot of it. But I use it sparingly because I only have one bottle of it. That's how much is left. Wickedly, wickedly hot this was. And this was only the Trinidad Scorpion. The Reaper. Alright, so I'm going to eat this right now. And while the flavor builds, I'm going to tell you a funny airport story. Hopefully you'll find it funny. Thank you for joining me. Love you guys in the UK. Mark Burns, my man, thank you. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is going to hurt. This is Chasetheheat. Wow. If you tasted this and then you were blindfolded and you didn't know what this was and you tasted this, you would say they were the same maker. So there's a similarity there. But wickedly hot. The flavor on it is... Man, it's just... You know, you've heard the term pepper forward. That's what this is. It's a belt in the mouth. This is pepper forward like you read about. Wow. I'm not picking up the ginger and the garlic. The garlic may be a hint. I'm not getting the ginger. I think what I'm getting is Reaper. Really hot. So while this is climbing, because it is, I can feel it doing one of these. Let me tell you a funny story about the reason I'm bringing this up is every time I get in the airport, something jacked up happens. About 20 years ago, 18 years ago, I was in Utah doing a training for a business I was working for. And I was there for like a week and a half. And I was supposed to be there for 2 weeks, but they shortened it because I needed to do a training in a different part of the country. So I called the owner of the company. I said, he called me, pardon me. He goes, we need to get you to Boston, like now. I'm going to get me a ticket, and we're good to go. It would take me 10 minutes to pack. So he did an e-ticket, electronic ticket, where you don't have a ticket in your hand. You show up and you show them your ID, and they give you your ticket. So he spent a fortune because it was last minute. Spent a ton of money on this, and he did an e-ticket. So I go to the airport. My brother's with me. He drops me off, give him a high five, fist bump. He leaves. I grab my stuff. I go to the airport. I get in the line, and I go through the whole line. I get to the front. I say to the woman, I'm Johnny Scoville. I give my ID. I said, I have a ticket, an e-ticket. And she's looking at me. She's going, I don't have anything for you. And I said, well, my boss just did this. We were on a three-way when it happened. I know that he booked this ticket. There's an e-ticket here. Check it out. And she goes, we spent, I mean, honestly, I cared about my company at that time. I did. I don't work for them anymore. But I said, you know, the company just spent an awful lot of money on this ticket. It's there right now. He just did it 10 minutes ago as I was driving to the airport. It's here. Find it. And I was trying to be nice about it. And she said, sorry, there's no ticket for you. So I looked at her and I said, if you're going to steal from me, you should get a gun. It'll make it a lot easier. And she goes, what? You have a gun? I went, no, I don't have a gun. She grabbed the phone and starts dialing. I went, oh my God. So I turn around and I bolt out of the airport because she's calling security. So I run out of the airport. My brother's in the process of leaving. So I run out of the airport. I'm watching to see where he's going. By now, security's running in as I'm running out. Security's everywhere. So I go as fast as I can. I see my brother's car. I'm just yelling at him. He stops. I open the door, dive in with my bag. I said, drive out of here quickly. And he goes, what's going on? I said, they're wanting me. They think I have a gun. And I told him the whole story. But I kid you not, if I stayed in there, I would have been arrested for that. I didn't say I have a gun. I said, if you want to steal from me, get a gun. And that's what happened. That's my other airport funny story. So the flavor on this, the heat is peaked. For a non-chili, if you're a non-chili head, you would find this a problem. I'm a pretty good chili head. My tolerance is kind of up there. This right now is like a 4 for me. It's a solid 4, maybe even a 5. For a non-chili head, this would be your 10. After all, that much of it is pure Carolina Reaper. Pepper burp. There. So it's a hot sauce, you guys. It's not a sauce. Listen, there are mainstream sauces, like I said earlier. You go to the store, everything is going to say hot sauce. Well, none of them are really hot sauce. The funny thing about this, nowhere will you see it say hot sauce on here. Just look at that. Look at the label. The devil with his horns, man. He's not playing games here. So this sauce, you guys, if you're a chili head, you're going to like this. This is a very, very hot sauce. It's definitely a 10 for a non-chili head. For me, it's like a 5. 4 or 5, for sure. Very, very tasty, though. Pepper forward, get a little bit of the garlic. I'm not picking up the ginger, but I have a feeling if you took the ginger out, I would notice the difference. And that's where we're at. But a super, super tasty sauce. I'm running out of space on my little microchip on my camera, so I'm going to wrap it up in just a minute for the YouTube, but we're going to hang out for a little bit longer here. What I want you to do is you'll see a link in the description box below on the video for Chili Mark Burns. You like hot sauces? Here's your boy. This is no joke. This is not for the faint of heart. It would bum you out if you took this if you're not a chili head. Or you'd have to go so sparingly, it's ridiculous. Chris Murray's on the watching. He'll tell you. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I want you to go to the description box. If you're so inclined, check this out. You will like it. Amazing sauce maker. You're going to see right there a pepper. It's my pepper. Click on it, and it is our pepper. And you're part of the Scoville squad. And I appreciate when you do that. If you want to see more of these videos, click the bell when you click on that pepper, and you won't miss any. You guys stay here on Facebook, please. We're going to hang around for a little bit. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.